Hey, I'm Mr. and welcome to more coverage from Season 3 of Formula Xbox, and we are in Malaysia, Sepang International Circuit near Kuala Lumpur, and this is a lovely sunny scene for Tier 1 here as we hop into our Ferrari for the second time this season, and looking to not sure bounce back, but just improve upon the season opener in Australia where we just got a couple of points in the Ferrari. And I have to say, it wasn't that much better in this race, unfortunately, in the second round of the season. As you can see, I accidentally got the rev counter going on. I think this is definitely the only race I think I have this going on, and I do have the arrows again. I had such a bad memory that I forgot I had them for this race as well. But in China, it's going to change a bit, and I am going to be on the TV pod offset view because I can actually use the mirrors and actually see all the stuff on the steering wheel as well, and I can see everything basically in that view. But as you can see, we've got to qualify that right behind the Force India here, and we're just going to nick his slipstream, I think, for the straights, and hopefully not lose too much in the corners in turbulence. And this qualifying lap, as you see, again, neat and tidy, a bit like Australia, but just not fast enough in the Ferrari. As you can see, we're qualifying on the prime tyres, just like my old F120 trail strategy that I like to use, especially in the TGP series, where I like to be qualifying on the primes and then go to the options later in the race and hopefully have it going like that and not have the back end squealing a bit through that corner. Such a tricky corner I found in this race, in this qualifying. That corner there, just after that hairpin, it just sends the car wheels. It just makes them crazy. You know, you're putting the power on, you're steering as you're putting the power on. It's just easy to lose the back end. As Force India nicely pulls over for us into the final corner, which we totally outbrake. I had no idea how to make this corner as we were locking up all over the place as well, and I was really having troubles with lockups in this race. And around Malaysia again, you know, just really struggling with the brakes. And look at that, only 11th out of a full lobby. Great show up for this race here, and as you can see, in the end I qualified 12th, and my teammate right up there in 6th place. Another great job from Chicken Macaroon right behind Legion there. And you know, I'm near the back, I'm on the prime tyres. I hope to run just like Australia, just running in that pack in the midfield and hopefully pushing forward on the option tyres later in the race. Of course, it didn't go that way at all as we wait for the lights to go out and we get a nice start inside Hamilton fan, but then we lose a bit as they lose the curves, and I decided to save mine. Now, as I said, always have it in the back pocket for that back straight and front straight. But we've got high B down our inside, and we've got actually that is high B on our outside. We had, I think that was Kells on our inside, but as you can see, very cautious, and look at these arrows everywhere, just so distracting for me. I know people like them, but I just find it so distracting seeing all those arrows. But somehow I've made it up to 10th. I think it was a bit of a spin in that second half, or that second corner, even as we go into turn 4 now. And this is where, again, I'm just so cautious with these arrows everywhere, just pointing everywhere, like everyone's around me it seems. But in the end, it was only one guy who got through, and that was Laney in the Toro Rosso. We had the Force India looking down at inside. I think that was Cartman, who's right behind us now as he runs a bit wide in front. Oh, and we now run right in the double right-hander, and this will give a chance to Hybe, I think that is, in the McLaren behind us. But I'm not sure he's quite close enough. We're just going to cautiously defend though into that tight left-hand hairpin. Now we go into this corner where we lose the backhand quite a lot, and we've lost it again. And now Hybe's going to look down our inside. We're just outbreaking ourselves everywhere. We're probably going to outbreak ourselves in part for me, a bit like a Badoa back in Valencia 2009 as he hit a Force India. Now a Force India passes us, and that is Cartman, who's finally got past, and we've got Drastic Midget in the Caterham behind us. As Cartman loses the back end coming out of that tricky right-hander. That's probably one of the trickiest corners in the game, getting that right-hander. So many different lines through there as we outbreak ourselves by miles as there's a Force India and that's Hamilton fan on our outside. Our teammates also had a spin. Everything's going on at the end of lap 1, but we're staying ahead of Drastic Midget in that 11th place. So we actually have made up we made up 1 place in all of that first lap. But in the second lap here now, we're trying to defend from Simoncelli down there in the Mauritius. A bit of a surprise to see him back down there. I think he was one of the victims of that first corner incident on the first lap. But as you can see, he's right behind us. We're trying to defend hard from him as we go into the hairpin now, and we got a break early for Sir Lane. He's also breaking. Sorry, Laney. He's also breaking early, and we're still. Oh, the back end's getting away, but still keeping ahead of Simoncelli here as we're locking up the brakes as well, and real problems with locking up the brakes. And on this game, locking up brakes does affect your braking distance. It does make you run wide, and so yeah, I was really struggling with that as Simoncelli gets some curves on, gets some nice slipstream down the inside of Sir Lane, and we're taking that wide line just like Sir Lane did after give some space to Simoncelli, and Inside Drastic Midget is going to take advantage of us going very wide. A very unusual route we're going there. I didn't realise actually Kells was behind him as well, nicking his slipstream, so I had to give away to Kells as well. But we're trying to outbrake him into turn one as, oh, Drastic Midget trying to have a look on Sir, oh, Laney. I will get used to it, Laney. But yeah, he's just in front, and we had to go wide and give Kells that space, and Hamilton found having a little cheeky look as well. But we're trying to go wide, get the nice exit. We didn't quite get it into turn four, as you can see, but now through the fast left and right, you can see Kells is going a bit wide, and we got the run on him. Now can we take him into the double right-hander? Yes, we can. Nice smooth move. That's probably the only good thing I've done this race, and the only good thing I will do this race, I think. But going onto that free here, now near the end of the lap, we got Drastic Midget right in front, battling hard, and then and a force injured Cartman's gone off. Oh, he didn't like that call on the first lap. He's gonna like it even less on the third lap there. So onto that form, we're gonna just admire some battling here between Sir Laney. I'll get it right for the next commentary, okay? But Laney and Drastic Midget in front, and just admiring their battery and just hanging back, just going to take advantage of one of them that makes a mistake, and then it's like Drastic Midget continues reaving his way up the field, and we got Laney, damn it, we got Laney going wide, and we rejoined, giving a little nudge. We had nowhere to go, and so he just stays in front of us in 12th spot here, and he's in 11th, of course. And then later into that, into this left-hand hairpin, it was actually, I think he goes a bit. He has the back end going on him, and we make up a place, not a mistake. He made the mistake. I just made a mistake now in this commentary. But yeah, we're 11th. We're following Drastic Midget through the field, and now we catch up to Random Beats, and Drastic Midget just got past Stop Matt as well. And Random Beats is he's struggling with the tyres. He's lost the back end. He's getting swarmed by us three here. We go down his inside. Does he have the traction? No, he doesn't. We can just stay in front of him on this lap, and we've got Stop Matt and Midget fighting hard in front. I think Stop Matt's going long as well on the prime tyres, just like me and Drastic Midget. But we got the DRS. We got some curves to stay ahead of Random Beats. Now on lap 6, we see Drastic Midget getting away in this clear air, so we've got to try and get past Stop Matt very quickly and take advantage of guys pitting, such as Legion at the front. Unfortunately, as you can see, Cartman has disconnected. Oh, such a problem, disconnections. And as you can see, Stop Matt's a bit ragged, but he's staying in front, and we are going to battle hard. And he's gone a bit wide in that turn. I think that's 14 or 15. He's gone wide there. Now we got the RS, we got the curves in our back pocket. We can just glide past him up to 8th place as Drastic Midget stays in front here. And we got a couple of the leaders pitting as well. So we've got to put it up to Rich Mix and hopefully stay in front of Stub Matt, who now has the DRS, who now has the curves in his back pocket. And it's an interesting dynamic with the two, of course, DRS zones here on this circuit. But as you can see, taking a look down our inside, we've got to give him space. He's going a bit wide there in that first turn. Nicely held it in the second though, and we're virtually pushing him through turn 3. Can we make a move into turn 4 on him now? And behind us we've got Legion on fresh tyres as well, and you're going to see what that does for him later in the lap as we're wheel to wheel with Stop Matt. You can't get much closer than that, but he still holds that place in front of us, and we're desperate to get this clean air and get some clean air to put a fast lap time in before we change onto the option tyres. But as you can see, nice defending from Stop Matt, nothing untoward at all here. And as you can see, we're putting it down to lean now. We've got to save the fuel for when we get past, hopefully. But as you can see, he goes in wide again. We've got to brake a bit in the middle of the corners, make sure we don't run into stop Matt, and now here comes the Legion steaming up on his fresh tyres, just spoiling the party. We're having a nice time here, stop Matt and me battling, and now Legion's having a look at me into the fast left. We give it a bit of a car's width, probably a mini size, but that was a car's width. But again, stop Matt's running wide. We can nut down his inside again. We had to gently put the brakes on in the middle of that to make sure we didn't run into it. But now here comes the Legion, who I didn't even realise at the time was making a move on me, and we're 3 wide going into the last corner, and it's like the Legion's got the line, got the pace, got the tyres, and we are gone wide, and we got just past stop Matt, but we got Kurz, we got DRS, and it's like we've finally got past stop Matt as well, and that unusual line finally worked for us. 3rd time lucky, as you saw there, and we just followed the Legion on this lap now. I think we just keep an head on stop man as we go a bit wide in turn 1. No, we just kept it in front of stop man. We just followed the Legion for this lap, and then we made our pit stop onto the option tyres. I couldn't go much further. As you saw in Australia, if I went much further on tyres, I'd just lose too much at that time. So I went onto the option tyres on the next lap and rejoined just in front of Kells, thankfully. But I'm in 10th place. Drastic Midget, look how far in front he is after his pit stop, and that just shows you the importance of clean air in this game. You just go way in front. As you see, I just put it down to lean, and that's another thing I'm really struggling with apart from tyre lockups is fuel management. Normally on the old game I just put it on cautious and then just for half the race go on rich fuel mix, and that's it. But now I've actually got going back down to normal to save that lap, and because I haven't got much pace, and yeah, it's just not working out at all in this game, and we come 8th in the end due to some disconnection. I think OSTM unfortunately again disconnected, and we were right behind Drastic Midget and Drastic Devil, having a great battle in front ahead of Hamilton Fan, or behind Drastic Midget and Drastic Devil. But 8th spot, very disappointing. I think my teammate also disconnected. So I hope you enjoyed that. So out for watching. So till China, cheerio.